This week on the podcast, Chris is back, and we talk Marbula E, Formula E Race From Home Challenge, and we have some news on New York and the UK double headers. Now you can listen to a promo from Joshua at Sportaholic Podcast before the intro. And now, enjoy the show.
Hi, friend of the show, writer and podcaster Joshua Kerr here. My podcast Sportaholic mainly focuses on F1, but other sports will feature as well. Currently, in the absence of live sport, I've been talking about plans to start the 2020 Formula 1 season, as well as going through the archives. When we're back to normal, expect previews and reviews of every Grand Prix, and chat that accompanies my articles on theraw.com.au. New episodes come out on Wednesdays, wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hello and welcome to Regen E Racing Podcast. I'm your host Dino, and may the 4th be with you all. With me this week, Chris is back. Yep, he's been on hiatus for a couple of weeks and couldn't join us, but he is back in the building, the virtual building that is. Hello, Chris.
Hello, it's good to be back. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, it's nice. It feels right to be in front of a microphone.
That's good.
And looking at a screen, it feels great.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
It feels right to be in front of a microphone. Yep, absolutely. We love podcasting. Yeah. Okay, we'll get straight into the media of the week. Chris, what is your media of the week for us?
So my media of the week is a TV program called Gangs of London. And, this thing is brilliant. It's essentially The Godfather, but based at Spitalfields Market, and it's so good. It's about this family, Irish family in London, and they essentially own London. They run London. They are London, and the head of the family gets murdered, and the show is about them trying to find out who murdered the head of the family, and seeking revenge. And it's absolutely brilliant. And if you get the chance to watch it, because it is mega. It's 9 parts, only one series so far. It's very violent, so if you've got a bit of a dicky tummy, just be careful watching it, but it's worth it. It's a very good show. The storyline is fantastic, and you're on the edge of your seat in almost every episode watching this thing. It is brilliant. It really is good. I shall find out where to watch it. I think it's on Sky and somewhere in America at the moment. Check it out if you get the chance. It's brilliant. So
very good.
Worth a shot.
It sounds very interesting. So
it's great.
I have been watching Mr. Who's the Boss and a lot of his smartphone things because I'm sort of interested in smartphones and bits and pieces, and I'm always looking for a new one. I was actually really excited the other day because I have a mid-range smartphone. It's the Huawei Y9 Prime. Try saying that quickly 3 times. And it got Android 10, so I was like, yes. Beautiful.
That's good.
Finally. So I was very excited. But yes, I've been watching his YouTube a little bit, so go and check that out. Okay, into some news, and a bit of a sad story, unfortunately, to start us off. The New York E-Prix and London Excel Centre have both been cancelled. This one via Autosport. The London Docklands venue has been repurposed into the temporary Nightingale Hospital, and you'll know that if you live in the UK, to provide 4,000 extra beds and assist the NHS response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So there was a delay to find an alternative venue for especially the Excel race, but the championship has now confirmed that the event will be cancelled and not just delayed. So yeah, there's quite a bit of exposition there. it's going to be interesting to see. It hasn't been 100% confirmed, I don't think, that New York on the 11th of July has been cancelled, but Autosports understands that it is, as the Brooklyn site was also transformed into a temporary coronavirus care facility. Going to be interesting to see what happens for the end of this season, Chris.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, I'm not really surprised that London has been cancelled, because it is a temporary hospital now. And according to reports, the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, I think it is also a temporary field hospital, as you've said. So I wouldn't be surprised if New York is cancelled as well. But this means that, well, we don't have any races left scheduled this year. Every race that was due to conclude Season 6 has been cancelled or postponed. So it does place Formula E in a bit of a precarious position at the moment. But obviously safety is paramount, as always. And I think they are investigating the options of hosting 3 to 4 race weekends in the late summer, so back end of July, August or September. But I believe September is their cutoff. So that will be interesting, and obviously that would be away from city centres and also behind closed doors. So something very different for Formula E. Where is it? Donington Park get mentioned. Brands Hatch has been touched on. Silverstone. And there's still apparently a possibility of racing in Seoul in South Korea. So how about that? Yeah, it's an interesting situation that Formula E is in at the moment. And it does place very big questions about Season 6, doesn't it?
It does. There was a thing just at the end of this article. The capital city, Seoul, was due to stage the E-Prix 3rd of May, so yesterday, before it was officially postponed. However, the country has reported fewer than 250 coronavirus-caused deaths. Just 250. A sad state of affairs, and I do wonder if that actually will go ahead also.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think Seoul is certainly an option, but in my eyes, if coronavirus is still rampant and running wild, and is still a thing in a certain country, I don't think it's worth the risk of actually going there. Do you know what I mean? It's such a delicate situation, and I think we all have to be very responsible right now with what we want and what we do. And yeah, if Formula E does decide to do something, it has to be able to quickly accept responsibilities and be able to accept headlines like that transpired in Formula 1 in Australia. So we shall see.
No one wants that.
Yeah, no one wants that. No one wants that.
No, Jamie will, I'm sure, try and keep its nose clean, and it's been proactive so far. So let's hope that continues.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, fingers crossed. He seems like he knows what he's doing. So
yes, yep, absolutely. I think the series is in good hands, and hopefully we get back racing. But there was a different sort of racing, and we'll move into Marbula E. Marbula E. This was brilliant. This was the second race. So, Marbula E, this was the Seoul City track. No addition of the attack mode this time, so no ramp, which was a bit of a gimmick last time. But qualifying, Dragon and Neo marbles up there, a very different look to the real life qualifying,
yes.
And no track rubbering in or marbles offline, Chris.
Haha.
Yeah, I tried.
Top of the glass.
I tried.
Top of the glass.
Yep.
You're a good all-rounder.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, racing marbles offline. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Hopefully someone got a good laugh out there.
Someone has at least.
Yep. So no track evolution on this track for the marbles. But what did you make of the qualifying?
I mean, it was a surprise to see Dragon and Neo up there, wasn't it? I won't lie, I'm a massive fan of Marbula E. I think it's great. I think Formula E, well, Virgin Racing, have been listening to our podcast Because if you remember, we talked about marble racing in Marbula 1.
Yeah, we did.
And, I'm not saying that there's people listening in, but there are. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's nice to see Dragon and Neo at the front for at least something. So, yeah. It's good fun. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yep, someone from Envision Virgin must have been listening to the podcast, but unfortunately they qualified way down the order, I think in about 7th place. And
Yes.
a very, very disappointing for a couple of the marbles that destroyed last race. Venturi was one that qualified badly. Mercedes with a terrible qualifying as well. But we'll move into the race. Before we talk about the race, they had Jack Nicholls alongside Greg Woods, the voice of marble racing. This was a brilliant one. I really enjoyed it. Before we get into the race, what did you think of the track? It obviously wasn't that true to the Soul E pre-track, but lots of places for the marbles to come off the wall and get some good speed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a nicely designed circuit, actually. I thought the curbing was nice, give it a bit of camber and increase the turn in. And there were some prime spots for overtaking, but also some really prime spots for making a mistake as well. And we did see some good overtakes and some big mistakes in the race. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. And, I mean, first and foremost, I only started watching marble racing when Marbula E started a couple of weeks ago and then did delve into Marbula 1. But these tracks are fantastic. You think marble racing, fair enough. But the work that goes into them, it's brilliant. I have to say, hats off, because, oh, wow, really cool, really cool.
What gets me is the commentary is as if these marbles can they have a mind of their own,
Yes, yeah.
The commentary is the same as a Formula E driver. It is, love it from Jack Nicholls. He's doing a great job.
It is,
and I think I said last time that his resume would just be incredible by now. He's commentating on everything.
This is true, actually. He's like the go-to, isn't he?
Yeah, very soon he's going to be commentating on what are those shows? David Attenborough. He's going to be on Blue Planet 3.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine how cool that would be? Like a cheetah or a lioness stalking its prey. It's sneaking up on a zebra slowly, elegantly. And it goes off on the chase. And we go green in the Serengeti. It would be great. And the lioness is closing in. But the zebra's putting up a fight. It's kicking back. Oh my God. That's it. The wildebeest has joined the fight. Oh, wow.
Yep.
I love this. This is a good idea. I want to see it.
I'm going to get on Headliner, create this video, and send it straight to Jack Nicholls and the BBC, and have a look who creates Blue Planet and the rest of those. Yeah.
This is it. Done.
Perfect.
We'll make our millions.
Well,
Bang.
we won't.
We're
We're
retire.
probably giving Jack Nicholls a few extra million in his pocket. But that's okay. That's okay.
Credit where it's due.
We all know where the idea came from.
Yeah. Like Marbula E.
Like Marbula E. Okay.
Like Marbula E.
So, the race. Mahindra, they had it all to do, came back, got the first place, and then threw it away on the second to last lap, I think it was. And I just love the commentary that Dilbag Gill will have his, he's just gonna be absolutely distraught, disappointment all round, and I just love that this is commentated and these are the actual teams. It is brilliant. Mahindra threw it all away, and a good roll for Jaguar, who I think there was a bit of banter afterwards online that Jaguar should be offering customer power units for marbles.
Yes, yes.
It's brilliant. That Jaguar marble is very fast, as well as the BMW one.
It was great. I mean, the Jag, it really shot up, didn't it? I think it was a handful with 2 laps to go, was it?
Yeah.
It overtook like 2 or 3 marbles in one go. Like, wow. Speedy. It activated attack mode or had fan boost.
I don't know, but...
Or a van boost.
Yeah, well, Jaguar. Mitch boost.
Yeah. Mitch boost.
Kalar boost. The Jaguar marble, if you look, it doesn't actually get up on top of those red and white curbs. It sort of rolls and rolls around them nicely. So it doesn't...
Oh.
Yeah. It really... It might be lighter, might be heavier. I don't know what's going on with that one, but yeah, could be interesting.
It's not a Virgin Racing marble, is
The
it?
Virgin Racing marble is just shocking.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Last place again. So I think they're
no momentum.
So there is something in Marbula 1 where the team whose home track it is does a really, really rubbish job, and I think that's just because Envision Virgin, it's their sort of idea, and they're the title sponsor. They're not doing well.
It's a curse, isn't it? It's bound to happen. They can't go in and win it all, can they?
No, absolutely not.
They're fixing their own defeat.
Yeah. So, Jaguar up the top, second for Porsche, and a third for Mercedes. So, Mercedes is on top of the team's championship. Any last thoughts for Marbula E, Chris?
No. I just think it's great. I absolutely love it. I never thought I'd be watching marbles skating around a track and cheering on for my favourite teams.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yep.
It's fantastic. I don't know if it's a sign of how mad we've all gone in lockdown or how wonderful an idea this is, but it is honestly brilliant. I can't praise it enough. It's such a good idea. Such a good idea. It
is, absolutely. And also there is the Marble Olympics coming up after Marbula E. So, get ready for that. I was listening to a podcast. I can't remember who it was now. I will put it in the show notes if I can find it. But Greg Woods was on that show, and he was talking a little bit about what was going to happen after Marbula E. So the Marble Olympics, because Tokyo's not happening, it's going to be the only Olympics on TV. So get onto it. I think it'll probably be on ESPN on the Ocho. So yeah.
This is great.
It is brilliant. Absolutely.
Is it the Marble Olympics?
Marble Olympics, yep. So last year's one was is up there on YouTube. So yeah, get ready. Okay. ABB Formula E Race at Home Challenge in support of UNICEF, Race 2. Did you watch this one?
I did. I watched on this one and reported on this one. So, yes.
Excellent. Okay, so a sim racer race and an actual driver's race. A few actual real drivers, a lot of the reserve drivers coming in for this one, and notably Alex Lynn, who was in the sim racer race, coming home as the best real racing driver. So, good to see him doing well. Good to see him back.
Yeah, it was great. I like Alex Lynn. Nice to see him back in something where he kind of should belong.
Yes, yep. Firstly, what did you think of the track, the Electric Docklands, a made-up track?
Oh my God.
Brutal is the word.
It was eclectic, I think. I think that's one word for it. It was insane. I mean, the track was fast. 18 corners, 3.2 kilometers. So you got a lot of different challenges and also a very long track. But this thing was fast. And because it was fast, it just became a bit more dangerous, didn't it? And the drivers were really, really pushing the boundaries. And I think that showed in every race where we saw a car flying through the air backwards. Yeah. And what a good circuit. It was great.
I have to say, how many corners? Like 5? Yeah. It was a really, long sweeping right-hander. Or was that a left? I think it was a right-hander. Probably both. Just incredible. Some great overtaking. Quite hard to overtake, even though there was high speed, because power usage and regen, not a thing in this. What did you think of Stoffel's start at the first sort of chicane thing? Unlucky or just mistake?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a mistake or if it's just him, but I think it's just him because he has a total inability to start from pole position. It's incredible. Like, in race 1, he's on pole. He's leading the race. Crashes in turn 3 on lap 3. Fair enough. In this race, he starts on pole, just 800ths ahead of Gunther. Fair enough. Has a bad start. Is almost passed by Gunther and Lotterer. Holds the lead into turn 1. Crashes.
Yeah.
And then in the virtual Grand Prix in Brazil, gets pole position and crashes immediately. So, I mean, I won't lie, I actually laughed. I thought it was hilarious because it's the classic phrase, isn't it? The race isn't won in turn 1, but it can be lost.
Absolutely can be.
Yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn in the wall.
In an actual Formula E car, I'm sure it's a little bit different and this wouldn't be happening.
Yes.
I'm sure that, the electric Docklands it's not probably built for the Gen 2 car. If I'm sort of in the right ballpark, they would be too fast.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
yeah. So this sort of gifted Maximilian Günther a massive lead at the start, and Pascal Wehrlein had to hunt him down and couldn't quite do it, making a mistake. Maximilian Günther just lap after lap, just consistently. He's not the fastest, but a consistent drive. That's the only word for it, really. Just banging out those laps.
That's the thing. I mean, Gunther he's been incredible at the start of the season, and this race at home challenge is essentially between two drivers. It's Gunther versus Van Dorn, from what we've seen. But Gunther has just kept his nose clean and just keeps pulling out the performances. And Stoffel is fast. He's arguably faster than Gunther.
I think he is, yeah.
But, yeah, and the small mistakes he's making are so costly. But even then, his drive in race 2 should be admired because he crashed, had very heavy damage, and still managed to come home in 5th place. And, I mean, that's a testament to his speed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Van Dorn do well, so we actually have a proper fight at the front. And it was nice to see Wehrlein up there, but I mean, he too threw it away, didn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately, Wehrlein is quick as well. He's very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah, Wehrlein is good.
So it's going to be interesting. Can Wehrlein win a race? There should be another 7 for the series, but at the moment, Gunther this is his 3rd win in a row, considering he won the practice race. Robin Freins coming home in 2nd. There's no way I would have thought of that outcome. And Nico Muller.
No.
Nico Muller getting a podium. That's great to see.
It is. It was a good drive from Muller. Started 9th and just kept his nose clean, really. Kept it clean, kept it on the tarmac, on the concrete stuff, and kept it at the wall, most importantly, and did get a podium from it.
Yeah.
And as for Freins, I mean, he might not be the fastest guy in the circuit, but he just kept it clean, kept it on the road, and podium. He finds himself 2nd in the championship, I believe. So
yeah, that's incredible too. This is going the way of the in real life Formula E, where anyone can win, but Gunther's got that at the moment. Anyone can come 2nd, and it's all to play for. Yeah,
it is. It's enjoyable, and I like the race format as well because it really does breed. When people aren't crashing, it really does breed an exciting environment for competition, and I think it works well. I think it works really well.
Yeah, when they aren't crashing, because I don't think we saw an elimination for how many laps? Man.
I've got no idea, but every lap, cars were crashing, and my favourite one was Eduardo Mortara. Started in 10th place, dropped to 20th because he spun in the first corner because of Van Dorn's accident, and then fought his way back up to the battle for 10th, dueling against Collado, and then the next time we see him, he's flying upside down on the track.
Yeah.
It was, it is that unpredictable. It was a true race of attrition.
It was.
It was quite simply about keeping it in between the walls.
Yep.
And that made it quite exciting, actually. It was just who would blink first kind of thing, and I really enjoyed that.
It was really cool to see with all of the drivers, because when they've got their helmet on, you can't see their facial expressions. But in this, you could visibly see Maximilian Günther getting stressed, the breathing getting heavier,
Yes.
when he was being hunted down by Verline. And I just think that adds something extra to it. So yeah, go and watch that if you haven't seen it. It's just a little bit of, okay, these guys aren't machines, they would be exactly the same as you and I in that situation, just stressed as anything, trying to stay ahead of Verline.
I thought it was great, and it was great to see, because Gunther at the start looked quite calm and calculated and just cool. But as soon as Pascal Verline closed in, the sweat, he was red in the face, he just looked a bit shaky, didn't he? A bit on edge.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I really did. I think it's great.
Yes, but he pulled it off and kept it clean. Just quickly, Maximilian Günther, how happy will BMW be right now? Just
I think they'll be over the
the
moon.
marketing, the the trophies, everything from Günther at the moment.
Well, the thing is with Max Gunther, he's proven his worth this season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he made his debut last year with Dragon, and we know how that went. Dragon were Dragon. They got Felipe Nasr in. That was a disaster. They really screwed him over. And then this is arguably his first full season in Formula E, without cancellations, but it is. And he got this opportunity from BMW, which is honestly a dream drive.
It is.
He's a German driver, driving for a German factory team, factory position, great. And to achieve what he's achieved this year, he kind of got a podium in Diriyah, didn't though because of a penalty. He won in Santiago, and he had that stellar drive in Marrakesh as well. And for a driver who's 22 years old, he's the youngest driver on the grid. The maturity he's shown and the responsibility he's taken is incredible. It's honestly incredible. And he's really showcased his class this year. And I don't think many of us initially expected it. We thought, Max Gunther, second season in Formula E, a lot of responsibility. How will he do? Will he be all right? Probably mid-table. But good grief. Every race, he goes from strength to strength. And it's honestly a delight to watch. And the confidence behind the wheel, the calculatedness, the precision. Oh, good grief. I think he's great. I honestly think he's a champion in waiting, without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Gunther will win a title in Formula E, definitely.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here first, everyone.
In my opinion.
I asked Joshua a couple of episodes ago who he thought would win this year. It looks like we're getting 3 races. I don't think that's enough for Vern to come back. But
no.
Is DaCosta going to hang on?
No, he's not.
Oh. Is it going to be Mitch and Jaguar?
Mitch Evans, yeah, I'm telling you. That Jag, I said it in September, I think. And I've got to continue backing it. That Jag will come true, and I honestly think Mitch will win it. I really do.
Nice.
I really do.
Yep. I will be a very proud Kiwi if that is the case.
Brendan Hartley in second.
Brendan Hartley in second. Well, he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. He has. He has got a lot of work to do. Dragon have a lot of work to do, let's say.
Yeah. I just had something pop up on Formula DE. Scuderia E. Is this a thing?
Apparently. I haven't really read into it. But yeah, there's an Italian Formula E team. Well, I say Formula E team, it isn't. An Italian outfit who want to enter Formula E, from what I understand, with Pirelli tyres, because everyone seems to be going on about it on Twitter. And yeah, they apparently want to go into Formula E, but Formula E has this policy, it's a rule, where it can only have 12 teams and 24 drivers. The grid can't get any bigger. So if Scuderia E team want to enter Formula E, they would have to take over another team or go into partnership with them. And that would most likely be with Neo, who are on a route of self-destruction apparently, and Dragon. So yeah, that's all I know. That's what it looks like, but it would be very interesting. I think it's, I'm having flashbacks to Truly in season 1.
Yeah. I'll keep up with that news. It's a bit of an outside shot, I would say, but you never know.
Yeah, it is an outside option. I think, especially because they're a privateer team, they're not a manufacturer. Yeah, we'll see. I think if you could honestly add another team to the grid, yeah, fine. But where would they go into? Do you mean which team would they take over? I think Neo would be the most likely one. But even then... Oh, actually, I need to do one thing. A shout out to Oliver Turvey. Because Oliver Turvey is a great driver. And in real life, he's constantly at the back because his car is a dog. Quite honestly.
That,
yeah, but he's continually rated as the sport's most underrated driver. I don't know if you've been following this, but Sam Smith from The Race has been ranking Formula E's drivers to date, like every single Formula E driver from day one. And he ranked Oliver Turvey as 9th. And for a driver who hasn't won a race because he's always had a bad car, it's very high praise indeed, and it just goes to show how good Turvey is. And he's really showed his class in the sim racing as well. It's back-to-back points finishes. And I would just like to give a shout out, really, to the man from Cumbria who was born on April 1st. So, yeah. Oliver Turvey, there you go. Just thought I'd mention that. Very talented guy, so yeah.
Yep. Shout out also to Tom Dillman. He's... I can't remember, he won something. He won some sim racing event. Yep. He's awesome. Hopefully we find him back in Formula E very shortly.
I hope so.
Yeah. Anything else, Chris?
I don't think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you once again to Huzu Graphics for doing the amazing episode artwork. His link is in the show notes. You can chat to us over the webs, the eWebs, Regen Racing on Twitter, at Regen E Racing Pod on Instagram, and of course our website is www.regenracingpodcast.com. We can be found anywhere you listen to podcasts, and thank you for continuing to do so. We appreciate the time you take to listen to us. If you want to have a chat to us also, hello@regenracingpodcast.com. It'd be great to hear from you. Also, a quick shout out. I got something through on Instagram from Andrew_A516. Hi guys, just wanted to say how much I enjoy listening to your podcast. It is the most in-depth Formula E podcast. Keep it up. So thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And with that, we're done. Have a good week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
www.regenracingpodcast.com. I was trying to be cool there and failed.